Being a sass. No, you were sitting there like a weird little puppy. Yes, you were. Hello. Dude, fucking chill, Justin. I know that I'm all that you have in life, besides, having kids and stuff. But you'll be okay. I love you, Justin. Rocky had some good barbecue stuff today. Actually, he just had good chicken. Some really good friends of mine came by, spent part of my birthday with me today. We had some good barbecue. Rocky had some rotisserie. I'm not holding him tough. You can see he can just pull her out anytime he wants. He just likes to be around me because he's my good boy. But yeah, we had some good chicken and we had some brisket and some fries. I didn't give him the fries or the mac and cheese because then he'd be farting even worse. What's up? Hey Rocky, can you tell the people what kind of dog you are? I'm really full of junk. Shake. 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 Thank you, buddy. He was like, not sure if you're talking to me because I was looking at the phone. Yo, happy birthday. Thank you. Nice to have friends over for your birthday. Yeah, wasn't expecting it. They called me yesterday. They're like, hey, we're going to be in the area. We'd love to bring you some lunch. And I'm like, cool. I don't have any money, so I will definitely take you up on lunch. When I'm filming him, he runs away. It's weird. Yep. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I wasn't even going to go live, but I don't want to break my streak. And I don't want to streak my breaks. So I figured I'd go live for a little while today. Just kind of come in and give you the old how do you do? So the wall's looking pretty good tonight. Ignore that side, but yeah, we have a new sloth in the family. So yeah, hold on a second. I'll give you a walkthrough of everything. So we have Milo, Shiloh, Greg, and Gary. Gary's a big dog. Say hello to Gary. Also, did they not turn on my gift shit yet? What the frack, man? Cool. Also, if you're a member, I just uploaded another video game thingy. Nero rejoined. Awesome. If you become a member for $2 a month, you get all kinds of cool shit. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. This is already confirmed, it. Oh, cool. I think it's good now. I've read and understand. Accepted. Sweet. Gifts are now on. Somebody tell me if they show up on the... Hold on a second. I'll pop in on my other phone. Hold on a second. Gary reminds me of a chihuahua. That's a weird fucking chihuahua. I don't know who... Oh, spam call. I love spam calls. Hold on a second. I'm going to go to my own page. The most I've ever made from a single raid. Okay, cool. Me. I'm going to switch. Can I switch account on this phone? Yes, I can. All right, Dog and the Dude. We're going over to Dog and the Dude, right? We're going over here where it's My Lives. Hey, gifts are now on. So you can now send us gifts. If you don't want to send money, like large sums of money, you can send gifts to the channel. So, yay! I don't know if it'll help any, but it's kind of like sending bits or some shit, I guess. You can send like as little as 2 bits. 2 bits! I just refreshed and don't see it. They're literally on my phone. So, must be your phone. Rashad, hello. Cody, hello. Mommy, hello. CW, hello. Move this over a little bit. That works. The sloths are dope. Thank you. It's funny because it's, for some reason, something that guns computer, cars, and sloths, for some reason, are going to be the things I'm known for on this channel. That'll work. That'll work, children. That way I can turn. Oh, let me show you something that CV Life sent over. It's actually something you guys might want to consider if you're looking to do stuff. Obviously, I can't put any pistols in it, but yeah, if you got a gun safe, you should probably check out what they sell, man. They sell them through Amazon. It's just a foam pistol case, but you can also put your phones in it. There you go. They sent that to me and told me to check it out. And I've been using it to pull guns, carry the guns up to the front of the store and stuff, you know, guns that are for sale. So just simple storage, things like that. Yeah, it's pretty convenient. You can just kind of do that. I was going to do that and line it with guns, but that would just be overkill. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Your guns are nice. Thank you. So I finally got this light charged too. It actually has multiple different settings, so. Dude, it gets bright as fuck. I actually like that. It's probably a good price point. I don't know. Let me see. I have no idea. Dude, I have not logged into Amazon in so fucking long. I don't watch anything on here anymore. CV Life Gun Rack. 25 bucks. Yeah, it's 25 bucks and you can store 8 guns. How is there only 7 likes? People don't like me. Also, the picture for the video is of my old Camaro. It's my birthday, so it's just one of those things. I'm just sitting here. I, again, had some good barbecue for lunch. Ghost of Tabor updated today, which was kind of cool. They added the Elcan Spectre to it, the 1-4. Dude, if I could afford an Elcan Spectre in real life, I'd definitely run one. I hope nobody pisses you off. I get what you're saying, but no, that's not the right frame of mind for gun ownership. You don't own a gun because you want to back people off when they piss you off. You own a gun to protect your life. You're eating beans right now. Rambo. No, his name is Rocky. Happy birthday, thank you. No Mausers. I'm not into old vintage stuff. What are you doing for your birthday? This. Talking to you guys on the interwebs of the internet. Update on the T-Sauce I bought from PSA. It was delivered to the gun store, but got to pick it up tomorrow because the store closed before I got off work. One more grueling step. I can understand that. Sucks, but I understand it. What's your daily carry? That 1911, the one on the end, well, technically every gun on the wall is potentially my carry, but the one I actually carry the most is that 1911. I have carried the double stack 1911 a few times. Yeah, I've got a customer that had a Glock shipped in and it's just sitting here, man. They haven't picked it up. And then they did the fucking cardinal sin, which is making me think that this is going to be a big fucking problem. They asked if they could have somebody else come and pick it up. Like, you literally fucking asked me to let you do a straw purchase. I'm like, no. So I'm like, dude, whoever's name is on the gun has to come pick it up. Bless you. Thank you, 313. Don't you worry about your guns getting dusty on the wall. They don't stay on the wall. If you look at yesterday's stream, you'll see a lot of them are in a different position from where they were yesterday. I take them down every day. What's your opinion on a custom AR? There's one up there. You just sit and do nothing on all your live streams? Yes, because it's a conversation live stream. 90% of people on live stream sit and just talk to their stream, to their chatters. Actually, a lot of motherfuckers don't even talk to you. So you could either get somebody that answers your question, or you can sit and type shit like you're on Twitch and not even get answered. What do you prefer? I got a pretty good deal on new Stoeger, the Optic Ready Light Rail and 3 Max for $275. Damn. What's your favorite handgun right now? Always 1911s, dude. What's the little green with no hammer? That is a polymer PLA 3D printed replica of a Chiappa Rhino. My buddy Drunk Mouse knows that I hate Chiappa, so he made it for me for a joke. Happy birthday. Hope it gets a great one. Mine's tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday to you, brother. Hey, Secular, what's up? Guns in the PC? Yeah. So, if you go back roughly 2 years, 2 years ago, I started doing live streams with guns behind me, and people started copying me. So now I'm putting guns and stuffed animals in the fucking view because I want to see if people keep copying me. I don't know why people are copying me. It's just a thing. But yeah, I got copied hard. Like if you go over to my channel, if you watch any of my long form videos, my actual review videos, you'll see that I film on my couch. Dude, about 4 months after I hit 100K subs, 3 different guys started putting up shorts filming on the exact same color couch as mine. I'm like, dude, just fucking get original. Number one, I'm not running from anyone. Number two, if I get into a fight, it's going to be a fist fight. If I'm scared for my life, then yeah, I'm going to fucking protect myself. But if I'm getting into an argument that leads to a fist fight, why the fuck would I pull a gun? Only a pussy pulls a gun. In fact, that your brain went there leads a lot of questions, brother. Got my Rock Island Pro Island. I got my Pro Island. I don't know why I'm talking that way. Sorry. I just got my Rock Island Pro Ultra Match. Nice. You have a Glock? Yes. Bro, do you have Turkish guns? Yes, a lot of them. What's the revolver right above your YouTube plaque? That is a Heritage Barkeep. Duke, what's up? That's a nice computer. Do you think it's possible somebody could defend themselves with a Pinfire 7mm double action revolver? I mean, technically you can protect yourself with a piece of wet fucking toilet paper if you piss on it first. So yeah, anything can be used. Are there good Turkish guns? Yes. How hard do you think it is living guns and working in gun stores? Lol, I ain't made a check in 3 years. Part-timer, of course. I own a gun store, and I have no money, so I get it. 1911s are my favorite guns. Yes, they're real. Everyone asks what one of your favorite on the wall. How about least favorite on the wall? Least favorite on the wall? It's actually a good question. I don't know. I actually like them all. That's why they're up there. I mean, least favorite of the guns that are currently up there would probably be the Heritage, just because it's just a little 22 revolver. But that's just like, that's like saying that Gisele Bündchen is my least favorite supermodel. Thank God it was not the Glock clone. He sounds possessed. Thank you, sir. I can make some weird random noises that go on for a long time. Is it possible to build a competition 1911 from a base GI model or buy higher end? You can take down a GI model and convert it and turn it into a really nice competition gun. You're going to spend as much, if not more, though, because when it comes down to it, if you start with a model that has at least removable sights, then you're going to save yourself a couple of $100 in milling. If you buy one that's already optics cut, then you're going to save another couple of $100. If you buy one that is already got better components internally, you're going to save a couple of $100. So every time you step up a couple of $100, you're going to save yourself an exponential larger amount. So for example, that Springfield Target Loaded has really good parts inside of it, has a really nice trigger right out of the box, adjustable, has good sights on it, and it's got good bones. So to take that and turn that into a competition gun, even though that gun costs about $1,500 new, you can turn that gun into a competition gun for not a lot of money. Where if you start with a base model, let's say a Rock Island GI with the fixed front sight, by the time you're done building that $400 gun, you're going to have $2,500 into it. Plus, you had to pay a lot of different people to do work before you put your time into it. So, what is your time worth? Damn, I didn't know you were going live tonight. It was an out of the blue thing, man. What would you say is the easiest platform for a novice to modify? Honestly, and I don't like admitting it, but Glocks. Glocks are one of the easiest ones. I put a Timney trigger in that Gen 3 clone and it took less than 20 minutes. Hard to believe you were 4 pounds, 4 ounces at birth. Yep. I was a teeny tiny little buddy. Happy birthday, thank you. Dude, can you look at the texts you and Jeej sent me today? You both actually sound like telemarketing scammers, the way you typed. Nobody owns a gun. You just love them. Your tall ass was a preemie? Yep, almost 2 months early. With a deformed leg and a big brain issue. You heard of the FCG9? Yes, I have. What do you think of the Ruger RXM without adding the Sharpsbro grip module? It's good. Now you don't have to already add the Sharps Brothers. You can spend like $40, $50 or something like that and get the 17 round Magpul module. I think that would fix my personal issue with the gun. The 15 round module is just too short. But because you can spend $50 instead of 320, it's a much better gun. We AI parents, you must comply. I shall comply. I also shopped at your house yesterday because I'm poor. You still got big brain issues. Thank you. Connor, what's up? Secular, my man, happy birthday. Thank you. Hey, Joe, happy birthday. How are you and Rocky doing? Good. He had a bunch of he had a bunch of pulled chicken from a barbecue joint. It wasn't seasoned, so it was just plain chicken, but he liked it. I don't do 5 favorites, brother. It takes a long time, and I like answering questions. What do you think about people who say sorry often when not needed? That feels off. I'm sorry, what? The way you typed it makes it sound like you're a Canadian, so you just have to deal with it, live with it, and understand it. It's very difficult to tell somebody who apologizes a lot to stop apologizing because it's not just a tick or a mental thing. It's literally because of something that happened to them. Either they did something, they were abused in a relationship, abused by a parent, ignored by a parent, ignored by people, and the only way they can get attention was by getting in the way. Something happens to create that drive in someone's mind to be like that. Where are the high powers at, bro? Well, Stonehaven has one of them, and I've never kept any of the other ones I've ever bought. What's the green revolver to your right? That is a non-firing replica of a Chiappa Rhino. My buddy Drunk Mouse, who's one of my mods, knows how much I hate Chiappa, so he made it as a joke. We're both in Club 46, at least until February when going Club 47. Oh, I didn't even count my birthday until I woke up this morning, dude. And even then it was kind of questionable because I didn't wake up well. Yeah, I never count that far ahead. Is 223 more powerful than 308 projectile? No, but yes. Sorry, you're okay. The green revolver is a 3D print. Yep. 223 is stronger than 308. Sure. If you're going to just change the trigger in the RXM, which one would you choose? I did, AG. I have the Timney trigger in it. The 3.5 pound. It says 3 to 3.5 pound. It's closer to 3.25. But I put in their competition trigger. It eliminates the spring that attaches the trigger bar to the Crucible because it has a drop-in trigger pack. I may have to make a longer video on it because it's kind of cool. If you're going to just 308 hits harder than 223. Yeah, I think the dude was just making a joke. It was incognito, dude. Do you feel safe? Nope. I'm always feeling like somebody's going to mess with me. Jace, I sold that to my good friend Alex probably 3 weeks after I bought it. I put a box of ammo through it. The case coloring actually goes all the way through it, or it's on the insides too, so they fully disassemble the gun. But I don't know what he did. I see the CZs, haven't got one yet, but do you recommend any of them? Things look nice. Yeah, but you gotta probably buy one used. Their new cost price, because this is the 50th anniversary of CZ, they reissued the CZ, CZ SP01 and a few other models. The prices are ridiculous right now. An SP01 retail for a new one is almost $900 freaking dollars. That doesn't make any flipping sense to me. Also, I'm frappity dappity and trying not to cussity wussity. Saw an India streamer and asked him, should I redeem it? What? 308 has more energy mass than 223. 223 might have more velocity, but when a 308 is double to triple the weight and only 1,000 feet FPS slower, there's no universe where the 223 is stronger. Redneck, it's incognito. He likes to make weird jokes. Best advice on storage secure safes are so damn heavy. Well, if you don't want to invest in a safe, you're going to have to reinforce the room. Like I have a solid door with locks and hinges that are inserted with 3-inch fucking screws. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss so much, but 3-inch screws. I have heavy bars over windows, things like that in order to secure the room. You either invest in a heavy locker, reinforce the room. You can run a gun safe, but you need to attach it to the wall studs. A lot of people will buy a gun safe. Like I have a gun safe right there that I stack a lot of the guns in, although I need a bigger one now. And it is secured to the frame of the building, basically, in order to keep it from going anywhere. How do blind people know when their butts are clean after pooping? You got an issue, dude, because I don't look at my shit on toilet paper. You can feel that, man. Weird question. Hang on a second. There is no green thing on my wall. Oh boy, I gotta look around then. Look at pawn shops and stuff. They all have them. How reliable is the APX in your experience? The APX is actually a very reliable pistol. Beretta submitted it for the trials that the 320 eventually won, and it should have won, but it was too expensive. It had fewer failures than the 320, but it did have more than the Glock 19X, but the Glock 19X failed for the exact same reason. They were too freaking expensive. Do I like St. Michael's Prayer? I don't know what that is. How big are you? I can please. Lamau, why'd you do that? Because we've been live for 23 minutes. I've been asked that question 31 times. I know we were going to do that when I saw the comment. No problem. It's nothing against you personally, Cortez. It's just that literally everybody, every 2 minutes since I started this, people have come in asking what it was. No, it's gone now, Stone. Oh, look, a lunatic. Wait, dude, Spike, put down the mirror. Put down the mirror, bro. You're supposed to be looking at me. Put down the mirror. Happy birthday. Tommy boy, thank you. And in 6 weeks, I will use the $4 to buy Rocky some food. How are you and happy birthday? We're all right, Van. What's up? Do I have a Golden Eagle? Well, here's the weird thing. Golden Eagle is a brand that makes airsoft gun. If you mean a Desert Eagle, no. Do I have Israeli weapons? I do have a Tanfoglio Mossad. I like the PC. What's the build? Oh, it's nothing fancy. It's actually an emergency build. So I had sold my 12900K and my 4090 and all that stuff back in the day. So I was running a more modest system. It's an i7 14700K. And I had a 4070 Ti on it, but it was on a box. You can go back, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and see I was actually running my computer off of a cardboard box because I wasn't ready to do a build. And that friggin' rifle fell off the wall, landed on the graphics card. Luckily, didn't break anything else, but I had to put this system together. And the only graphics card that was above a 9 series that I had laying around was an old GTX 1080 Ti with a water block. So I just threw it into this water cooled system. Posted a video on the disc under Pew Pew about the new Glock V and its redesign. I know Glock sucks. I asked, but it's interesting to see how they redesigned it. The slide still comes off. Yeah, I did see that. People are still going to figure it out, though. Am I getting Black Ops? I have a Black Ops. That's a Para-Ordnance Black Ops. No Uzis. Yap. It's all fucking live, bro. What do you think I'm going to do? You think I'm going to fap, or am I going to yap? So you can set your trap. Shot ya. 1080 Ti is gangster, though. Believe it or not, it's still pretty good for the game I'm playing right now. Ghost of Tabor. If you've never played Ghost of Tabor, it's a VR extraction shooter, and it works fine. I'm using the PC and... so I use PC VR and a Quest 3, and it works great because the game is designed to run on the original Quest, not the original, but on the Quest 2 standalone, which is not very powerful. Marat, go back 4 minutes. Just scroll back. Switch is already in the works for it. I guarantee you only difference is the time this time they're aftermarket ones. Well, switches are still illegal, so they won't. Everything is aftermarket. But I understand what you mean. Glock is not going to design one for the gun. Bro, Uzis take batteries and CO2, man. When did you have your stroke? This morning when I woke up, I had a BEMHO and I had to take care of it. Why don't you look at your shite? What are you talking about? When I wipe, you can feel when you're not clean, bro. If you can't tell that you're not clean, you're either 700-pound Kentucky Fried Champion or you were never taught how to wipe your asshole. Oh, I got about the quick scope. Happy birthday. I'm having a beer for you, bud. Thank you, Grayson. Appreciate that. That explains your droopy right eye. Yeah. Bro, when I have an orgasm, it is so strong it makes me look stupid for the rest of the day. You should try to have one. Maybe it'll grow some hair on your face. It's your birthday? I'm not lying. Your shites tell a lot about your health. Absolutely. If you actually want to get gross about it, absolutely. If your poop stinks really bad because you're fat, some people are like, oh, that just means your gut's working. No, that means your gut's working fucking overtime. Your poop can stink. It's supposed to smell bad. It is fecal matter. But when you can kill an entire dealership like this dude I used to know, that is not good. That is overactive stomach bacteria creating a gaseous problem and creating a, frankly, toxic fecal matter. Now, if your poop floats, you're eating too much fat. If it's soft and squishy, you're eating too much fat or greens. If it's small, hard, and sinks like a rabbit's will, that means you're actually eating a somewhat okay diet. If it's like a weird color, small and dry, that means that you have a deficiency. This guy knows his shite. You betcha. Oh, because I eat it? Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely, Justin. You are the king of roast. I bow down to you, sir. It's probably the only time in your life anybody's ever going to bow down to you. because for after you leave this live stream and you wake up in the morning, you go to your job, just remember this phrase: would you like to supersize it? Talking about poop, I'm pooping right now. Okay, can we get off of that, please? Is that a stainless steel barrel, multi-$100 frame, and $7.99 Temu scoop on that 1022? Oh, it's, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. It's the UQQ scope, dude. I have another scope I want to put on it, but my buddy put that on there and then sold the gun back to me, so it's kind of funny that it's like that. Literally a poopy topic. You ain't wrong. Happy birthday. Thank you, Incognito. Rocky, you dead? Nah, he blinked. If you're not pooping 3 times a day, your health is weak. That's not actually true, man. I actually usually go a day or two without pooping because my body uses. If you're not pooping a lot, yes, it can mean that you have a problem with it, but it can also mean that your body, you're intaking enough calories and enough proteins and enough carbs that your body is actually processing what you're eating, so it's not producing enough to give your body the urge to defecate. Bro's going to the war with the devil. Why would I fight with my dad? Although, technically, the devil did fight with his dad. What ammo to use? Whatever's on sale, honestly. No, for self-defense stuff, I'm usually carrying Hornady Critical Duty Critical Defense, but I'm also trying out Ammo Inc. right now. They have a pretty gnarly hollow point on them. Never had a Yingling fight before. This is amazing. Yeah, Yingling is pretty cool. I had some buddies way back in Minnesota when Yingling first launched and everybody was having it. So I mean, like my personal guns that I carry is different from what I think somebody else should carry because I don't give recommendations to people for what they should carry. I can tell you what guns are reliable and stuff, but it becomes your job to decide what you want. So my carries are that Para Ordnance Black Ops 1911. That's the one I've been carrying the most lately. Next would be that Gerson with the optic on it. That one is probably my second most carry recently, and that one up there, the Springfield Operator with the somewhat tan grip on it, that was another one that I was carrying for a while. Jesus loves you. Awesome. I was just at a place I used to work and my old boss handed it to me, so I accepted it. I know you don't drink, but do you have a favorite alcoholic drink? I like a mixed drink if I am going to drink. I like an amaretto sour or a Long Island iced tea. Fniff, fniff, fniff. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Easy Slide. Is there a question in that, or are you just naming guns? You like White Russians? The majority of them are. Yingling has been around for over 200 years. Yeah, but if you go back and look at the marketing and distribution, they weren't in Minnesota until like 1970 something. But they really didn't they became kind of like the hipster drink when I was drinking back in the late 90s. So it's kind of funny. Would you kill for Rocky? Yeah, absolutely I would. Haha, for an EDC. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the M&P entire design is pretty good. Now, the thing to keep in mind, the EZs are not the same as the Shield, even though they say Shield EZ on them. The EZs are hammer-fired. They're internally hammer-fired. That's why they're so easy to rack. Striker-fired guns are harder to rack because the combination of the recoil spring and the pre-cocked striker that's inside of them, you have to rack it and cock that striker. Whereas on a hammer-fired gun, you're really just resetting the hammer. So, yeah, it's going to be easier to rack, but it's not going to be the same. but it's a very, very good line. Been using the Colt 1911 Commander as an EDC. It's been amazing. So I kind of have a Commander size in that CC, not touching anything, YouTube. Look, I can put my whole dick between me and a gun. That LDA CCW from Para Ordnance. Hello, Delbert. You got any machine guns? No, sir, but I am a machine with guns. What's a good first gun for somebody who knows very little about them? And I apologize if you're just getting in here, but I literally said I don't make recommendations to people. What I tell you to do is go to a gun store, put your hands on a lot of guns, see what fits your hands, and then find a range that lets you rent those guns, shoot them, and see how they feel. That's the only way you're going to find out what's good for you. I could recommend 3 different guns to 3 different 110-pound people, and all 3 could be completely wrong, or they could be completely right. Guns, just like condoms and cars, are very personalized to the user. You think other magazines could fit into an M&P 40 Shield? No. There is compatibility across some lines, but the M&Ps use their own design, and it's a 40, so you just double lock yourself into a mag. Damn you, I want a soda now. Might go to a gun store and holds up some... I thought you said you were going to go to a gun store and hold them up. There's no one size fit all. Yep. What's the most expensive gun you have? So my STI Grandmaster is probably the most expensive gun I have, but I don't pay anywhere near real money for guns. What other magazines you can think can fit into an M&P 40 Shield? What did I just say to you, brother? Smith & Wesson uses their own design for their mags. They're not compatible with other guns. As far as I know, no other manufacturer's mags will fit into it. You need to buy Smith & Wesson mags. Sorry, it's just the way it goes. You got a FAMAS? I got an airsoft one. Dr. Pepper is not the best. I will fight you to the end of the earth. OK Soda is the best. Yo, give me all your shit. Dude, if you go to one in like a valley type area, it'd be like, okay, sir, no problem, but we are vegan here. Can you make sure those bullets weren't manufactured using beeswax? Because we don't want to hurt the bees. Can you explain the difference between 4.1 and 3.1 rifling? So rifling, 3.1, holy shit, that is super tight. So if you look at an AR-15, my AR-15 has 1 to 8 twist. So for every rotation of the barrel or of the round, it travels 8 inches. 3 to 1 means that it rotates 3 times, or that it rotates 3 times for every inch of the barrel. That would almost be impossible. The second number is the length of the barrel. The first number is the number of rotations. I'm taking advice from a farter. Then you're never going to take advice from anybody, buddy. Even yourself, buddy. Everybody farts, buddy. Are PCCs worth having? Sure, why not? I only have 10 fingers and 11 toes, but I like to shoot a lot of guns. Big Red, eh. What's your favorite Glock? A broken one that's on fire, rolling down the hill in the back of a Toyota, just to piss off Toyota people. You know, the most hate I ever got on a video was when I did a video on the Chevy Malibu Hybrid, and I said I hated Priuses. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'll take the Valhalla. I'll give you $12 for it. Should you get the Echelon? Yes. Yeah, I've killed 11 people, so I kept their toes. Thought it meant how many inches does it take for it to rotate once. Am I wrong? Yes, but the way you're putting the number, you're going backwards. So the second number is always the length of the barrel. So the first number is the number of rotations. The second number is the length of the barrel. So when you put 1 to 8, it means for 1 rotation, it travels 8 inches of barrel. When you put 3 to 1, that means for every 3 rotations, it's traveling 1 inch of barrel. Hey, bud, how can I remove the front side of a Glock 19 if the screw is stripped? Any ideas or recommendation? You're going to scratch it, but you could always just grab the sight with your fucking pliers and twist it from the top. It's plastic. It's going to break off, but you're going to scratch your gun. I'm going to get toilet paper with Glock's logo stamped on it so I can wipe my bum with Glock. It's not even worth it, author. What do you think about a PSA product? Do you own any of their firearms? Yes, PSA is okay. Their quality control has never been perfect. It's probably more lackluster than most companies, but as long as you can test them and fix issues yourself, you're good to go. Yes, Ellie, you should get the 4.0. Dude, this isn't Twitch. Stop spamming your questions. Spamming questions is the best way to make sure I don't answer them. You eat what you kill. Yes. The other day, I destroyed some bird meat. So I get it, the number's on the wrong place. So 1 to 4 is normal for like a pistol. Well, yeah, because most pistol barrels are around, anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. So yes. 44 Magnum or 454 Casull for Bear Country. Either one, man. I have a 2024 Toyota and cat bite brake hydraulic hose tomorrow, towing to Toyota dealership. Wait, your cat got through the hydraulic hose of your brake line? That's not a fucking cat. That's a lemur. Get away from the truck. Call the police. Shoot it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's not a problem, man. It's just like, Ellie, it's just letting you know. I'm just giving you guys instruction, that's all. 460 Roland conversion in the 490 FNX 45 for Bear Country. Nobody wants to give me a gift for my birthday? Why does nobody want to give me a gift for my birthday? It might not appear until the next one, although it appears on my phone. You guys just don't love me. That's fine. I don't care. You guys loved me when I was bouncing around with fake titties. Makeup brush for 6 joules. Holy shit, it is working. Sorry, I'm just messing with you guys. I don't give a shit. Because it does the same thing. Gifts are just another way for people to be able to send gifts without having to have a huge monetary involvement in it. But yeah, it's fucking YouTube, man. YouTube can suck my bing bong. You have a Glock 19? Yep, sure. Mike, reload your app or close out and come back in. It should show on your screen now. What's good? Carrier pistol? UPS. You will always get more with doing weird things. Yes, but I'm not putting on the titties until I get at least $500 up front. You know what's also funny? If I get the $500, not only will I do the titty stream, but it will help pay for all the fucking hoodies I need to make that nobody wants to buy. I can't pick up guns on live streams, Nate. No, we love YouTube. It's our best friend and the best platform to ever exist. Walls. Interestingly, though, carriers on Amazon are prohibited from carrying firearms. Attention, attention. This is the Roundhead Police. Your head is too round. That's where you're wrong. I got a big fucking dent from when I worked at a car dealership. It only shows if you don't have the chat window with the keyboard up. When the keyboard is down, it's there. Lol. Are you alive, buddy? Are you tired? Are you that tired from running to the fence today? Dude, my boy Zonks. This is my dog's nap time. So an average adult dog needs anywhere from 12 to 14 hours of sleep a day, especially a high energy one or a service dog like Rocky. But he is always kind of on alert for me, so he literally only takes a break when I don't stop talking. Yay! You sent a happy poop? Oh, wait. Maybe I should have looked at the gifts. It's got an Apex trigger. About to go through hell on the install. Got to lean it, though. Nah, it'll go quickly, dude. YouTube is amazing. I love how much truth and correct information is on the YouTube. Hey, Candace! How you doing? This guy hates the Second Amendment. You know what's funny? I hate that we have to have it. I just think everybody should be allowed to have guns. Remember the Old West? Yeah, a lot of people died, but they were usually assholes. You look too depressed to be around all those guns. Oh, I'm fine. Sketch, what's up? Glad you can make it tonight, too. Shows the gift in a live stream. Yay, there better not be no 320s. Nope, there's only 2. Luckily, there are only 2. So let's see, what do we have? We have a bloated tomato, a corgi, a latte, a 100. That only costs 2 bits, man. You guys should be doing that. A goat trophy, mystery gift, cat's ears. I thought that said cat's ass. High five, royal crown, husky, squirrel cup. 2 girls, 1 cup, or 2 squirrels, 1 cup. You tell me. Let's see. Floating heart, trophy cake, laughing disco, skull dance, clapping seal, happy poop, the hound, the firework, the flower, the Sunday. Holy shit, there's too many. I can't go through them all. Dude, if somebody gets me the disco party, I swear to Christ, I will name my 18th born after you. How much money is on the wall? I have a few guns that I've taken back down off of it, but rough guts estimate, 35, 40 grand, somewhere in there. Damn it! I dropped the bullet. Nope, oh shit. Is that a piece in your computer too, or is that fake? No, those are both real guns. The only thing fake on the wall are the sloths. Anyways, I gotta go see you, brother. Have a good one. You too, Artenor. What's the best first handgun? Can't tell you that. That's a personal decision, man. You can always trust that a Glock, a Smith & Wesson M&P, a Canik, a Walther PDP, a lot of those guns are going to be very reliable to be your first gun, but it's a personal decision, dude. Guns are a very personalized choice. Like who you let give you your gynecological exams as a male, that is a very personalized choice, and you should pick wisely. 460 Roland? He's not here. If you have a question, can you phrase it as a question? Otherwise, 460 Roland is actually on vacation with his mom. He won't be back till next week. That back wall is the reason why I love America. Thank you, Nick. What's about the play button? That is a Heritage Barkeep. It's a little 22 caliber. I love my gynecologist. Mine always goes in through the mouth, though. It's really weird. What's your favorite gun to shoot out of your collection? Probably the AR, but favorite pistol is going to be ones like the 1911s. Happy birthday, Jiminy! Thank you, Brandon. Yours is the 18th. You turned 38. How old are you? I am 46. I'm fucking old. I started digging the hole to lay down in, but the problem is he's only 19 months, so I got to live for another 8.5 years. God damn it. What graphics card are you running in that computer? An old boy. I'm running a 2017 graphics card. See if you can figure it out. One of the best NVIDIA cards you can get in 2017. What's your dream gun from any time in history? It's always going to be a 1911, so sorry. That's a little boring. What's the highest round handgun you have? Well, that can be changed instantaneously. They make drum mags. I mean, I don't live in California, so I don't have fixed mags. Everybody go hit that like button. Give the guy a sub. Yeah, it's my birthday. If you're not going to give me the gift of money, give me the gift of talk, likes, subscriptions, and memberships, which is also money. Fucking sign up. I'm going to do giveaways, man. I got a $1,000 fucking optic I want to give away, but nobody wants to buy a fucking hoodie. And yeah, I'm cussed twice in that sentence. This is a $1,000 PEC box from Holosun. And people are like, it's okay. Why would I want a PEC box? Happy birthday. No comment about the Taurus 9mm. Sorry, Scott, I missed the question. Were you asking about one? Which model? What is a PEC box? This is a light laser IR combo. It goes on a rifle and it works with your night vision. If you've ever played Call of Duty or any Battlefield or anything like that, this is something that goes on top of the rifle, usually in front of your optic. So it has a laser and it operates in IR. The light is also IR capable, so it will be, you need nods to see the laser. Oh, have you seen the new Valve Steam Machine and VR headset? Interesting. I suspect it will kill traditional Xbox. Console gaming is dead, in my opinion. Has been for a while. I would buy one, but I'm far away. Delivery will be massive. Yeah. Do I have any other pieces on the wall out of frame? The only thing on the wall out of frame right now is a Yeet cannon from High Point. The G3. Yes, the G3 is a perfectly good service weapon. It's obviously on the lower price side, so you want to go through it very well. What I recommend doing with any budget firearm is taking it completely apart as soon as you buy it. Sounds weird, but hear me out. So when I buy a PSA product, I'll usually take it apart, at least field strip it, and I'll check all the visible components, anything that interacts with anything else, the slide to frame, the disconnector, the sear, the way the trigger springs are lined up. I'll check all of that and make sure that there is no debris or burrs on the metal or anything like that. Once you've done that, you put a good lube in it and take it to the range and shoot it, then you probably have a solid gun. You'll find out right away if you have issues. I get paid tomorrow. Where do I buy a hoodie? You have to email me. The main thing is I need a lot more commitment before I start accepting more payments. So Stonehaven committed. He's getting hoodies for sure. But, dude, like, I've had so many people, and I'm not saying it's you, Brandon, but I don't want to take people's money when everybody else is lying about it. So, but it'll be either through Cash App, credit card, whatever. I have a store, so I can charge credit cards. No way consoles are dead. Gears of War 2 is the GOAT. Well, what do I think about the Ruger 40 cal? Which Ruger in 40 cal, sir? The SR40? I'm not a big fan of 40 cal in general. I think 40 cal, again, is a kind of a dying cartridge, so you got to be careful. What on the hoodie? So it's going to say Jiminy Show on one side, and we'll either put the American flag or the Gadsden flag on the arm. And then I can't remember, what did I say I was going to put on the back? I think I was going to put something stupid on there. Yeah, well, Steam machines have been around before. They're just actually working to build one that isn't built by HP. If you can't do the hoodies, just use that money and put it towards the Yeet. Oh, I'm doing the hoodies. I just got to get them set up and run. So I need to get like an order placed before like the end of the month if I'm going to do them, so that my guy can get them made so I can ship them out for Christmas. So if you've ever seen a yellow flag that says "Don't tread on me" and it's a picture of a snake, that's the Gadsden flag, or Gadsden, Gadston. I can't spell it. I'm from Asian. Those are real guns, right? Are you American? Yes, I'm an American citizen, but I'm also Asian, and yes, they're real guns. I was about to scroll this masterpiece. Any AR-15? You mean the one that's up there that looks like an AR-15? Please look at the wall for obvious things before we type, people. I am not Twitch. Your info about guns is good. I like it. Thank you. No givens. Like the room. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. He has AAP. I'm about to get AARP. I'm 46 years old. For reference, my PFP is a variant of the Gadsden flag. Your profile pic. Yes. But if I did it, I want to do that one that circulated for a long time that was kind of drawn like a child did it, and it says "No step on Sneck." Do you have any granadas? I have no granadas. I have not had a grenade since I stopped dating that one crazy chick with bipolar disease. It's gonna be my yeet. Yeah, it's already your yeet, dude. I already resigned my state to that. What state are you in? Euphoria or Virginia? Ironically, I live in a state that has almost as many wineries as California, and I don't drink. Happy birthday, big dog. I need to leave California so I can feel real firearm freedom. Hey, Schmack, if you ever make your way out here and I do like a range day for all my viewers, make sure you get here. You have any 3D printed guns? And if so, did you print them? I'm not answering that question, Mr. ATF man. I'm not mad at you, but you need a Glock first. Oh, he's buying a Glock too. He just doesn't understand that yet. The snake flag looks cool. I wonder what's the meaning. So don't tread on me means don't step on my rights, man. Back the hell off. That's your favorite owl stuffed toy. Those aren't owls. Those are sloths. He wants to see the green one. Who? Which one? There is no green one. Mr. ATF, man, you're awesome. But to actually answer your question, Manic, Man in Biak. No, I don't have 3D printed guns. I really don't trust 3D printed guns. I have yet to see one last the course. You know what I mean? They all stress fatigue. They all have cracks. It doesn't matter if it's carbon fiber reinforced or if you lay in metal and into the reinforcement, which is ridiculous. I don't know how you'd even do that, but people say they can. Fuck you guys. But no, sloth is your spirit animal. It became my spirit animal, yes. But I just don't trust it, man. There's a reason why companies spend hundreds of millions of dollars over the course of their lives or their companies to design and build guns. Just because you have an Enderman printer doesn't mean that it's going to work. It means fuck off. Yep. This is Masterpiece. It's Masterpiece Theater. Here we see Sir Reginald Gerson sitting high upon the mountain of PC. It looks down over its one occupant. Its serf, if you will. And it stands above all, except for the ones that are higher than it. So I guess you could say it's about right here. I think you're right, but I still want to try printing one. I mean, for curiosity's sake or for design and iteration, 3D printing definitely makes sense. But I think if you're going to commit to building a real gun, just, you know, find a better manufacturer. You can find CNC machine companies. So 3D print your proof of concept and then have it made out of aluminum, man. I'm curious how the titanium 3D printing will change the quality of printed guns. Oh, I mean, 3D printed guns have been around for a long time. But yeah, it'll change it for sure, but it's just not worth it for the average person. I think an M9 magazine is well built enough to keep loaded at all time. A modern one, sure. They're like, as long as it's an actual Beretta or a Mech-Gar, sure. If you're looking at like a Pro Mag or an ETS, I don't know if ETS even makes M9 mags, but I know Pro Mag does. Don't buy aftermarket shit mags and leave them loaded because their springs are not as good. Shite, I forgot I was going to make a soda pour. What's Milo's favorite caliber? I bet it's something big like the 454. You know what? He's more of a concussive lover. That's why he's teabagging my AR-15. Do I got the bazooka? Nope, sorry, Bass. Aluminium. Wonder how the 3D printed houses are holding up. In regards to what? I've had one of those ASG Mags 20 rounders. The spring just turned to dust. See, there you go. That's why it's the same thing with fucking in this life, in this world, in this existence to which we find ourselves bound. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You get what you pay for. No means no. Say yes to the dress. Just do it.
Where's the beef? And I was going to keep going, but I can't think of any more catchphrases because I'm fucking old. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. When you said 3D print houses, I thought you meant like companies. My bad. I mean, it's concrete. As long as the concrete mix is correct, it should set up and be fine. The thing that always makes me laugh my ass off, because I love watching these guys build them, but when you watch Primitive Hut in the middle of the woods and they're just using straight ass fucking mud, that never lasts. There's a reason why it doesn't last. Oh, but he's mixing it with grass. It still dries out and cracks, bro. You need to actually make concrete. You didn't get a bazooka from the guy in Fort Smith, Indiana, Arkansas? Damn, when they caught him, they said he got like hundreds and thousands. I would never admit to it if I did, but I didn't because I've never been to Arkansas. What's the reason for everybody wanting a Glock? I don't trust the internal safety systems on them. If it comes down to hand, I don't want to be shot with my own weapon. What internal safety are you talking about? The firing pin? The drop safety? Why wouldn't you trust that? That's one of the simplest things in the gun. It's literally a piece of metal on the trigger bar that comes back and lifts up one piece of metal. And it's not a separate piece on the Glock, it's built into the trigger bar. No, I've got the real Beretta one. Then leave them loaded, dude. People have been conducting experiments ever since this question came around. If you search it on YouTube, I'm sure there's dudes that have had mags loaded for 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 years, and they're fine. That's correct, baby. Stainless steel body I just used with one of my plastic Magpul guts. Had a Pro Mag 12 rounder for a Ruger ECS 9 and first shot the base plate spring follower and 11 rounds fell out the bottom. First and last Pro Mag. Yeah, Pro Mag is just hilarious. The only reason to buy a Pro Mag is because you want to look like an idiot and put it up on the wall or on Instagram. Happy birthday. Thank you guys. Monk. My birthday. That's why the title. It's my birthday. Go, Jordy. It's your birthday. You got the whole enterprise blown up, but it's your birthday. Dude, why didn't they ever, like, punish Geordi LaForge or, fucking, like, hold him accountable? Why does he express zero guilt in being the reason that the Enterprise D crash landed? He got captured, they fucked with his visor, got the shield frequency, blew up the Enterprise D, and nobody has ever brought it up. In fact, Geordi makes fun of Worf in Enterprise season or fucking Picard season 3 and go, well, we can't use the E now, can we? And Worf goes, that was not my fault. Fucking Geordi caused the D to crash into a planet. Granted, he rebuilt it by himself, but still. Sorry, nerd shit. I don't have a pistol plan on getting one. What do you think of a 5.7 or should I get something else? I have some experience with pistols, but not a lot. 5.7 has a chance for overpenetration, so if you're looking for a personal defense weapon, I'd look at 9, 45, 10, anything else. But for a gun, yeah, they're fine. Found KCI mags work pretty solid. Don't know if their repper's good, but all the ones you've handled are solid. KCI for their Glock mags aren't bad, but their 1911 mags I usually pass on because they usually, I believe the KCIs have the metal followers. All those are up front. They are a Korean brand, so you'd think I'd back them. Okay, I suck at explaining stuff, but I want to make my Glock 19 slide run like those where it's super slidey like Race Gunny. What recoil spring should I go with? You're going to have to go with a very light one. The problem is to make a Glock better, you go with a metal recoil spring, and it's usually a triple nested one. So you're going to have to find probably a competition company that makes Glock springs, and I don't mess with stuff like that. So, yeah, you're going to have to do a lot of work. How does it feel to be 37? Well, let's see. When I was 37, I was 1 year away from killing myself. So, probably pretty bad. You rode that rainbow while reading those books. Say what you want, man. The man had a solid career. Still does. He still acts. think they make AR mags too. I've only handed poly ones for the Glocks and ARs. No experience personally with the metal ones. No, when it comes to AR mags, I'll run my Magpul stuff or Duramag. Those are the two companies. I've run the Amend 2s. They're the ones with the 2 on the base plate. And I have run Lancer Tacticals, but I still prefer my Magpuls. If it's school, what do you think about the New York City new mayor? I don't know much. New York City mayor, I don't even know who it is. So you tell me who it is, I'll tell you if I have an opinion. I throw down on the SGM Glock mags. You got to do a little work on them though. The SGMs come stock in a lot of guns, so they're not terrible. They're the mags that come stock in Rock Island Glock clones. Duramag is the only aftermarket I'll buy anymore, and that's only because they are working with PSA to push against the NFA. Not only that, wasn't Duramag like a big manufacturer back when ARs were first created? So even though they're aftermarket, they're technically like one of the OGs. You like chocolate? If so, do you think white chocolate is blasphemous? I like white chocolate. I like dark chocolate. I like milk chocolate. I like chocolatey chocolate. I like brown chocolate. I like awful chocolate. I like good chocolate. Actually, I'm not a big chocolate guy. But no, I like chocolate, and white chocolate is just different, man. I can't believe they make it with sand. My dad's mag to his 1006 is 35 years old, and the only thing that went wrong was the base plate broke. That happens. I run the Dura mags in my 9mm Colt. Nice. Do you like hot chocolate? After it cools down, it's pretty good. Hot chocolate is weird because it's like a milky drink that's made with water. It's like a hot Yoo-hoo. Which is funny because I like hot Monster energy drinks. I don't like hot chocolate. I like this guy. I'm subscribing. Jesus Christ, bro. It took me 65 minutes to win you over? Man, I gotta work on my shit. Duramag also makes mags for niche calibers, so I love them because I love weird calibers. I like weird people. I also like big butts, and I cannot lie. Those other guys can deny. Dude, I know it's your birthday, but you were not reading some of these messages correctly. Nobody said anything about Rambo. They said rainbow. I'm not sure you know exactly what you were talking about. I have no idea why we're talking about pickles. That's a very keen observation, Scott. No. The hot chocolate on your wall, lol. What? You have a 50 BMG. Yep, here you go. And yes, bro did just pick that up off the desk. So Milo is more of an accuracy by volume sloth. What about Shiloh? What caliber is her favorite to rock? Honestly, it would probably be something in like a 308 or a 338. So I'm a constitutional carry state. I love my M9 in 1911. Do you have a good suggestion for a more compact version of one of those for pocket carry? So I pocket carry that Black Ops 5-inch all the time. So M9, you can usually find a compact variant, but they're not going to be that much smaller. And then for the 1911s, they sell officer size single stacks, 6+1, 3.25-inch barrels. So what is a gun that you wouldn't take even if it was a free? Staccato, Terran Tactical, Chiappa. No particular order. I have a 50 BMG right next to me. What's your preference on Kung Fu grip? Relaxed. Why isn't the tip yellow and red? Because this is an armor-piercing incendiary round. You're thinking of a slap round. Fits her well, proportion-wise. Great choice for EDC. That's what I'm saying. Have you tried out the new 338 ARC? No, I don't do much with long gun stuff, and I'm also very poor. Don't look behind me. I'm very poor. The hot candy I sent you, it's usually... Oh, yeah, it's right there. The world's hottest chocolate bar. It's still sitting up there. I refuse to eat it. Jiminy, good day. How are you? Pretty good, Reese. What about you? You got a Glock 17? Yep. Can I see it? Nope. Glocks don't deserve to be on my wall. I used to say they're too expensive, but then I look at the shit on my wall and I'm like, okay, I get it. But yeah, because like that RXM, it's got a Timney trigger in it, a Sharps Brothers frame, and a $500 Holosun on it. So yeah. You got to neck down the cases to reload. Ah, I got you. If I remember right, a Cold War era slap route is what almost ganked Kentucky Ballistics. Actually, he went on to say that he believes that the slap round he bought was counterfeit. So, like, it was purported to be a Cold War slap round, but he believes that it was a hand-loaded slap round. He thinks somebody pulled the round out of another casing and put it into another casing and overpressurized it. Because Serbu said to shear the threads off of the back of the gun like it did, it would have taken like 4 times the power. There's no way that degraded powder can do that, and there's no way the military or the contractor, which would have been what, Lake City back then, would have overpressurized a round by 4 times. Why wouldn't you take a free Staccato? That's wild to me if I heard you right. Because I don't like Staccato, the company. I am not a butt-sucking, nose-grinding, dirt-loving Such. I will not suck the butthole of a company to get a free gun. What I would do is if Staccato gave me a gun, I would literally turn around and trade it for 3 good guns from companies that don't piss me off. Do I have a Tavor? No. My buddy Drunk Mouse has one, though. I just haven't sent it to him yet. They are airsoft. Sure. Happy birthday, dude. Thank you, Dave. Carly, thank you. Do you have a phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range? I have to tell you, it's actually kind of a little bit under NDA, but I've been working with the Martian contractors on this one, but we're working on one in the 63-watt range. We found that 63 watt is the maximum you can go before the plasma, as it exits the barrel of the gun, has a flashover, comes back, and fries the user. We're missing 3 or 4 guys that we were really close with, but their sacrifices weren't in vain. You start at 69 and you work your way down. We were shooting for the 69 watt range just so when everybody hears it, they go, nice. I can't do the... When in fact, license plates are only for people conducting commerce. What? Oh, are you a sovereign citizen? How many rounds you got through that binary, and what kind of BCG do you use? The gun itself has only like 2,500 rounds through it with the binary trigger, and it has a Butler adjustable bolt group in it. I put it in there because I was going to put a suppressor on it, but then I changed my mind. Yes, I'm looking forward to the Tavor. Thank you. Yeah, dude, I promise, it's coming. I've never fired a 6.5 by 55 Swede, but I got buddies that own them. Get you some of those 308 slaps. They're rare. I'm good, man. If you're a good shot, it'd have to be a pretty bad, crappy gun for you not to hit. I would take a free Staccato with no strings attached. Well, and then you could also wipe their ass while blowing your nose at the same time. What's up, Patriot? No, I can't take a gun from a company that I've lambasted this much. It would make me a total fucking hypocrite. I would be the pirate software of the gun world. What are your thoughts on Nickel Boron? It's not as good as Nickelback. I understand that he had to go and form a new band after 3 of them decided that they didn't like his curly hair. But, you know, some of their songs have been pretty good. Like, instead of saying, like, look at this photograph, he's like, look at this photon graph. And it's not as good, not as catchy, but it works. I want my rights to travel freely just like you, your gun rights. You just literally said the most fucking sovereign citizen thing ever. My gun rights are guaranteed by the Constitution that I actually acknowledge is currently in existence. You as a sovereign citizen live by Black's Law, an entire group of laws and rights that were ratified out of law in 1975. So as a sovereign citizen, you literally are the most illegal person in this country. By your own reckoning, you exist in a country that doesn't exist, so you should be deported to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with no boat. So do me a favor. Go do commerce in Canada. And you can't use the American flag when you refuse to acknowledge lawfully given laws and lawfully issued documentation and your fucking citizenship, which was issued to you by the United States government. So I'm not even going to argue about it. I'm just telling you the facts. You can go away. You are the third stream I've subscribed to this night. Yes, yes, yes. What's your opinion of the Matthew Santoro's videos? I don't watch much of Matt Santoro. What do I think about Baja Blast? It's way too sweet for me. Against the wall. Now, wait. Are you going to do something to my butthole? They do make a 10mm MP5. They're pricey, but sweet. I'm subscribing instantaneously. Thank you. By the way, all of you can clip all this shit I say and put it wherever the fuck you want. I've worn fake titties and eaten some of the worst stuff I've ever tasted in my life. There's nothing for me to hide. I've kissed a man. I've worn girls' clothes out in public. I've been arrested multiple times. I've tried drugs. I don't care. Find out whatever you want. If you want to look at my porn history, you're going to be fucking disturbed. Everybody fucks funny. What do I think about Baja suppressors? Never mess with them, man. Is that something you make? Dude, any hole's a port in the storm. When the lights are out and the other person doesn't say anything, if it's wet and squishy, you get busy. Bro has no humility left to lose. That's a dangerous man right there, folks. Yeah. Thanks for your responses. What may be your opinion on Kimber pistols? They've come a long way. So there was a long time during the early to mid 2000 to 2010s where they were having a problem with actually finishing their guns. So Kimber has always used exceptionally good parts, metals, things like that. They did have MIM parts. That's whatever. A lot of companies have had them. TSOS kind of started a thing by putting a tag on their gun saying no MIM parts. But MIM parts are fine for non-important components. If you're willing to put 3D printed guns together, you can never fucking complain about a MIM part in a 1911. You can literally get the frick out. If you make a 3D printed gun at home on your Ender 1014 3-deck drop printing puddle fucking whatever printer, and you complain because a company uses metal injected molding parts, ha! Anyways, back to the Kimber thing. They don't always finish their guns right. So a lot of times you'd have to disassemble them. Like I tell people to do with new guns anyways. Take them apart, examine them, check for burrs, spurs, things like that. Get better mags. The first thing I did was I ditched the Kim Pro mags and I went with Wilson Combats. Oh, well, Kim Pro and Wilson's are the same. No, they're not. No, it's a budget suppressor. I'm fine with the budget suppressor as long as it's serviceable. Guile, I need to go, brother. Happy birthday, Joe. I greeted you a while ago with that birthday wish. Stay safe. Good night, Joe. Good night, Rocky. Good night, everybody. Nickelback had good songs. Far Away, I fave. You know what? Nickelback had good songs, and they were definitely of their time. But kind of like Hootie and the Blowfish, they needed to move on. Seen a couple kicking around on Gunbroker. You copy my office, bro. But I'm feeling yours. I copied your office? Anybody who tramps on the Second Amendment is the enemy. Don't live in the U.S. and Dr. Pepper is still my favorite. Lol. You crazy child. Nah, you got hold-up walls, man. You got a much better wall than I do. Wait, how the hell were you holding a gun on a live? Thanks, made it about guns. No problem, man. So, Wreck-It, here's what I want you to do. If you have enough subscribers to go live, I want you to go live on your channel right now while holding a gun and see what happens. I use a Bamboo Lab printer. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off on you printers. I'm going to form one and an idea for a 9mm AR barrel, SD side suppressors. Any advice on the position to drill lander grooves? No idea, dude. I've never built a gun. I'm bidding on a TX22. It's at $30. Yeah, but you know it'll never go for that. Come on, child. You printing guns? Nope. One of the other live streams I followed, the guy was handling a firearm. Nothing happened. I was very surprised. So I would be interested in a few things. Number one, is his channel monetized? And number two, when was it on? So it is possible that his time slot that he was in, maybe they were watching other live streams and shit. But I can tell you right now, if I were to pick up one of those guns, this live would fucking end. I brushed the front trunnion of an AK-47 and they ended it. Do I have the most post? You mean the Rost Martini? No. I want to get the new P2S printer, but it's not allowed in the USA yet. I have to smuggle it in through Canada. No, I am not. I don't go live enough. Gotcha, Warlord. I'm hoping to get it for around 200. That would be good. I know you're not a rifle guy, but is the Ruger 1022 a good, solid choice? Yes. If you want to actually be a rifle guy, I think you have to own a 1022. I'm not a rifle guy, but I own it because here's the backstory on that rifle. I had bought it for my store as a standard bull barrel rifle. Davidson's, the distributor, had the B team stock, the side folding stock, for like $180. So I ordered the rifle, I ordered the bull barrel because of the thicker barrel. Everybody knows a little bit of a thicker barrel makes everything better. So I ordered it, put it in the chassis, sold it to a buddy of mine. The buddy called me up. He's like, look, I want to get out of this. I want to buy something curio. So I bought that gun back from him. And then I reached out to Sharps Brothers because they made the fucking Heat Seeker chassis. I'm like, dude, can you send me your chassis? Because I've done the Echelon and the RXM videos, and they've had like 30 and 40,000 views. And he's like, absolutely. So he sent me the chassis, so I put that together. And I sold the B-Team chassis on eBay and got all my money back. People don't believe me when I say there are people who work for YouTube whose whole job it is to watch multiple streams at once in order to hit the kill switch when the stream does no stuff. Yeah, so like I get notifications in my email every time I put up a short the day afterwards saying, great news, your video is safe for all advertisers, all audiences. I don't file any appeals on my shorts. My YouTube Shorts partner automatically does that. So I keep on petitioning them to give me a full channel partner so that I can get actual help on my channel. And I'm still trying to fight them over the video they took down. Why? Wait, how is anyone not a rifle guy? Rifles are my favorite. I like it simply because of the convenience of them. So I did not get into guns until I was 38 years old. In 2017, I died due to an act of self-harm. And since I didn't stay dead, I couldn't do what I used to do. So I got into guns. And the first guns I shot were handguns. And then I realized handguns are fun. And honestly, handguns, in my opinion, are harder to shoot than rifles. What's the favorite gun I have that I own? It's hard to really say, man. People ask me, and I'll switch it up every now and then. My custom-built Girsan is very high on the list. My Black Ops 1911 is high on that list. But my grandfather's 1939 Winchester Model 1894 and 3030 is on that list, so it varies. Speaking of the RXM, I've heard Ruger is giving the finger to the backlash against it. Haven't kept up with it much at all. If they are, great, good for them. I mean, you know, Glock could have said screw you, but then California would have been like, oh, we're so sorry, but you can keep your vegan kale away from us, okay? We don't want a gun that can be easily modified by a criminal who's going to do bad things and is going to figure out another gun to do it anyway. But look, since you guys are Glock and you're a big company, we're going to boycott you, okay? Can you please give me some tofu? I'm about to pass out. SET frame or PSA, I have a dagger slide that needs a host. Either will work for you, man. I'm more of a pistol guy than rifle. They removed a short of my daughter safely shooting down, but left the entire video up. That short came from, yeah, isn't that weird? So shorts get taken down a lot more. Shorts are a very big thing for YouTube. They make a lot of money with shorts. Handguns are definitely harder to shoot well. And that's a funny thing. I don't think they're... Because I started with handguns to me are very easy to shoot. I shoot with a bunch of people, a lot of the people I shoot with, and they're like, God damn, I'm better with rifle. I'm like, okay, I get that, but why don't you continue to practice then? Like, when people tell me they're surprised that I can point shooting isn't hard. Hip firing isn't hard. And I don't hit every shot, but I can easily find my targets. I don't think the Glock V is coming to California. That would be Interesting. Sir, do you realize a plastic Glock magazine killed 50 species of animal from you simply touching it? Are you willing to live with that, sir? Like, excuse me? I'm using a metal straw over here, and you have a plastic mag? I bet you the whole bottom of your gun is polymer. You need to go over to the Jiminy show. He likes steel guns. Steel guns may kill people, but at least they're going to cause less damage to the environment over time. Plus, they're pulling that iron and steel out of the ground, and that makes it better, okay? Because that is no longer poisoning the ground where they're going to plant all my soy. And I don't care if the farmers have to kill all the groundhogs and the voles and the birds and the poisons. I don't care. As long as that poison is organic, God damn it, it was meant to be on those crops. Best gay huntsman ever. You had a girlfriend that hated that, boys. Come on, Joe, you're being modest. I've been shooting with you, and you can hit the bullseye at 100 yards point shooting in 1911. Yeah, but I don't like to. How much do I squat? Every time I pee, man, I don't have feet, so I can't stand up. I'm like a girl. I have to hover. Also, I'm 6'4". You know what it's like being 6'4" and having to pee into a modern toilet? Splash zone! He did not even wake up. Hey, what's up, Ari? How much you... Honestly, though, I have not done any, like, leg pushes or anything like that since I was in high school. I used to be very strong. Nowadays, not so much. I don't have toes, dude. It's hard for me to squat. The only time I squat is to make a baby in a field of rice and go back to work. I'm Korean. I can say that shit. You can't. I sometimes pee on the floor at work a little bit. Oh. How often do you use your wall hangers? I used to use them every single week, but since I got Rocky, it's been a lot less just because I haven't had the time. It's also extremely cold. This last Tuesday was 22 degrees with a wind chill of fuck you, so I did not go out. My birthday's next Monday. Well, very happy birthday to you, Jessica Andrews. I am the Korean from New Delhi. That is right. Although, to be fair, New Delhi, I believe they are Asian as well, are they not? Russians are technically Asians, at least part of them until you go over to Europe. Yes, Mr. Patel. I am not Mr. Patel. My name is Doug Williams. There's 3 L's in it when I say it. Williams. You have to be very careful. Sometimes you slip into an old accent. When I was saying my name the other day, I went, my name is Daniel. La, 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 la. Thought you weren't streaming today. I wasn't going to, but then I decided I might as well. Everyone make sure you're subscribed. This guy cracked me up. Thank you. There's mountains and Afghans that look... Dude, my dad was... his last tour was in Afghanistan, and the pictures he brought me back, I didn't realize there is so much lush actual areas in Afghanistan. It's actually quite beautiful. Oh, you sent me the happy poop. Thank you. Have I ever seen a ghost? Beretta ghost. This was the gayest thing I could send. Enjoy the happy poop. Thank you, sweetie. Don't you worry. I was thinking about you the other day. I was having a really hard poop, and I remember that one time at the truck stop, and it was like, this was the same. Mountain tribes. Ah, gotcha. Guys, listen. You gotta hit the like button. Double tap your screens on mobile. If you're cool, you check out some videos on the channel and leave a goddamn comment. Look, motherfucker, I've been sitting here for 14 years waiting for y'all to come and hang out with me. Mr. Cheese Poof.
Cheesy Poofs.
A whole lot of wasted money back there. Yeah, I say that to every sucker that ever brought me a gun that I paid them 25% of the value of. Also, do me a favor, Marcus. If you're going to say that's wasted money there, go look in a mirror. That's wasted potential. Can't stop staring at the fusion on the wall. I highly suggest you get one, dude. If it wasn't a review sample, I'd sell it to you. Afghanistan is beautiful. Panjshir Valley was my happy place. Way north, it's like Switzerland. Everybody, wait a minute. Wait. Somebody just figured out there's guns behind me. I love you guys for saying that kind of fun shit. I actually use my guns. So do I, bro. The fact that you just come into a live and assume I don't. You know, you could always ask the question before you make the statement, bro. People seem much more chill in the north, too. That guy seems jealous, but how do you get such good deals on those guns? Work in a gun store and rip people off. No, here's the economics of firearm ownership that a lot of people don't understand. Unless you have something hand built, hand assembled, and not available everywhere, they are worth less and less and less over time. There are very few standard guns that go up in value unless the creator dies. The gun brand dies immediately, like Hudson and Kunin 357s. They are not going down, they're not going up in price. So when somebody brings me a Glock 17 that they paid $589 for the optics cut one before they discontinued it, I'm going to give them $200. I have bought Taurus G3Cs off of dudes for $70. So it's not hard. And I once bought 11 guns off a lady for $900 and sold one gun for $1,200 out of that collection. So it's not hard. You just got to be an asshole. You hunt or just shoot guns? I am a person who shoots for sport. I'm not opposed to hunting. I've just never gone. I've never had anybody take me, but I would go if somebody offered. But I shoot for self-defense and accuracy. So I'm more of a sporting shooter, I would say. What 2011 is that in front of the 100K button? That is a fully custom Gerson Match X. It has custom Wilson Combat internals, full custom trigger work, custom grip stippling, and it was reblued by Taylor's and Company out of Winchester, Virginia. That all makes sense. No problem. The POA at Luger seem to be going up. Yeah, my buddy's got one at the one at the pawn shop is non-numbers matching. They want $1,900 for it. It's not worth it, Mouse. Lame ass dude. Why is that lame ass, man? So let's look at your channel and see what you do to further 2A. Two subscribers and you put up a video 10 years ago. So you're literally doing nothing for anybody. And you're sitting here calling me lame? Just to fucking put that out there. You're a useless piece of shit on the internet that just types shit? Got it. SFR offered to take you. Yeah, but I have to go to Wyoming. Mrs. Mouse just got home. She's wearing a shirt with sprinkles on it. Wow. What should I buy for my first pistol on a budget? You should go to a gun store. See what they have. Ask them to let you handle some firearms. See what fits your hand best. See what they have for used guns. A lot of gun stores will not sell trash unless they say it's trash and it's underpriced. But they can help you pick out a good gun, man. Don't. As a person on the internet who's never met you, I can't give you that advice. I don't know if it's worth anything, but the cops stole my Smith & Wesson that they stopped making because I guess it was a carbon copy of a Glock. It was young and didn't know anything back then. Yeah, so the original Smith & Wesson Sigmas were direct clones of Glocks. You said it, you're an asshole. You put down Ruger in one sentence, and then 10 minutes later, you praise Ruger. Who said I put down Ruger? Me? I put down Ruger? Or did that guy put down Ruger? Yeah, I already told him. So the SD9s were actually the compromise after the Sigma, McManus. If you look up the Sigma, They look even more like Glocks than the SD series does. Still thinking about getting a Match X in the spring? You should. How often do you clean and oil them, and what's it cost over a year? Cost of maintenance is not high. Cars require a lot more maintenance because their parts are moving a lot more frequently. If you clean and oil a gun, like the Arex, you can kind of see it's got a little bit of oil staining on the metal on it right now. That's because I oiled it 5 months ago and it sat in its box for 5 months at a pawn shop. But it doesn't need to be oiled again. So I oil and clean my guns after I shoot them. If I go to the range, I will clean whatever guns I take. It's cathartic, it's fun, and it makes sure that the gun stays clean as possible. She took off her sparkle shirt. I have an issue with typing the shit before or right when you say it, so it just ends up getting repeated. No problem, dude. We just have similar brain pan thingies. It's been nice hanging out, but I gotta go. Have a good night. Patriot, you have a good night, man. If Staccato ever sends you a gun, make sure you don't mention me, otherwise I'll ask for it back. Turning 21 in a couple days. Any thoughts on the Taurus G3C? If you're on a budget, it's an acceptable way to go. I would encourage you to look at the Smith & Wesson SD9 V2. I would tell you to also look at guns like a used Canik Meta or a Glock. My cost of cleaning guns is super cheap. What's on the way? That? I haven't sent it out yet. I need to get some more gun oil. I've been using Hoppies. I hate the smell of Hoppies. I had a bottle of it spill in the back of my Durango once, and even though it was my fault, I blame Hoppies. You have a good recommendation for a good gun oil? I use Wilson Combat. No, a Taurus G3C for free. Gotcha. Thanks for good information on maintaining equipment. No problem, dude. Mrs. Mouse says happy birthday. Hey, Mrs. Mouse. Thank you. What's a good oil, not the solvent? Wilson Combat. Wilson Combat lubes. They make oils, grease, and lubes. What would be better for under 10K, an SRT Durango or a Jeep with a 5.7 Hemi? You ain't getting either for under 10. You're definitely not getting an SRT Durango for 10K. Unless it's fucking stolen. FP10, I've never heard of it. I'm going to see about getting some Wilson Combat lube. It's on Amazon, dude. Have you ever listened to Imagine Dragons during combat? No, I have not. I've never been in combat, thankfully. So a Jeep with the 5.7 Hemi, I guess if you get an older one, like an 02, 03, you can probably find one, you know. Just kidding. So it would have to be like an 07 or older to get a Jeep Grand Cherokee or Jeep with the 5.7. But yeah, fucking SRT Durangos, even a wrecked one sells for over 10K. The 392 engines will sell by themselves for $8,000. Sorry, Rashad. I don't mean to be mean about that, but you're not getting an SRT Durango for under 10 grand. And if you are, I'll give you 10 grand right now. Best pistol under $600. Well, that's a very open and wide question that I can't really answer. If you're talking about a new manufactured gun, new guns come out all the time. And the price range that you pay versus the price I can get them for as a dealer, it varies. And then when you're talking about the used market, you might get lucky, dude. I've bought guns that were ridiculously cheap that were ridiculously expensive. Lucas Gun Oil may have to try some Wilson Combat lube. Does it work for the bedroom as well? Anything works as lube. You just gotta be careful. Some of the lubes can't be inserted into the body. You can get a gallon of FP10 for $85 on Amazon. Does that mean it's good though? I can buy a 33-ounce container of CPU thermal paste for $12, but it's not going to work. This Arctic Silver cost me, this Arctic Silver 5, which is my favorite, it is conductive, so you got to be careful when you use it. But Arctic Silver 5, this little tube costs like $27. But I would trust my computer to this before I trust my computer to that fucking cheap ass peanut butter looking stuff. I heard spit is the best lube. That's only if you turn her over and you spit and you use the lube and then you pull out and spit on her back and call her the wrong name. It's $13 for 2 ounces of it. Yeah, if it's red and in a black top bottle, yes. My screen isn't black. Did my phone just die? No, I'm still live. I was sleeping with a chick one time and she kept a stick of butter next to the bed. Dude, that's when you make truffle butter. Look it up. Is there a cheaper one? Hold on. I misspelled half of those. So the one that I use is a 2-ounce bottle and it's $25. I use the light oil, the oil, and the grease. It's but I think you can order it and get a fucking I use the red light oil. But yeah, I mean, I've heard FP10 is good. And then there's Frog Lube. Frog Lube works really good. And Frog Lube is technically edible. I don't know. I'm going to leave the stream and come back. All right. Was her preferred anal lube for whatever fucking reason? Because she was making truffle butter. Google truffle butter under the Urban Dictionary. Precision, what's up, dude? Can you email me the one you recommend, please? Yep. No, actually, butter has a very low viscosity, so it doesn't last very long. It gets absorbed into the body. Happy birthday, frickin' Precision. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. You're making my day, man. Also, we've gained 11 subs this stream. That's not the worst. Slip 2000 is pretty good too, but hold on a second. How do you copy the goddamn links? I don't sell this shit very often. Where's the send a link? 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 What the frick, dude? It's just called Wilson Combat Ultima Lube 2. Holy shit, I missed a big one. I hesitated to send this because it messes with the bit, but happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. Should I tell you guys now that it isn't my birthday? Hey, Jim, enjoy your stream. Thank you, Calvin. You play Airsoft? Nope. You the best, thanks. It's in a box with an up arrow, usually. YouTube's new mobile viewer for lives is Age. Yeah, it is. Next to the heart K. How did you do that, bro? How did I do what? The sound? Hold on, I'll show you guys my driver's license. You ready? Happy 60th. Fuck all of you. There. Pause it. Actually, I don't know. I'm hiding the bottom shit. None of that matters. Yeah. Thanks for what you do. We all joke around, but you're educating people. Thank you, Militant. Goddamn. Thank you guys so much for the donations. That's freaking clutch, guys. I appreciate that so much. YouTube sticker. You want a happy birthday YouTube sticker for me or tax-free Cash App? Tax-free would be much better. I'll go and buy Rocky some snacks with it. MCM, what this man miss? Preferred butt lube. McManus had a girl that liked peanut butter. Or nut butter. Doxing yourself instead of me. I didn't show my address, and even if I did, that's not where I live anymore. MacMan, he only doxed 4 people. Dude, I accidentally doxed 4 people in 1 second one time. It's butter, bro. It's preferred ass lube of sorority girls at University of Northern Reno. Also, that's a fake ID. My name is actually Mr. Juan Hernandez. I don't know nothing, sir. No, I just showed my driver's license, bro. I literally just showed my driver's license. It is my birthday today. Sent you a Cash App. Aw, thank you, brother. Hold on a second. I'm also going to download a picture of my license and crop it out so you can see it. Thank you so much, Brandon. It's not even close to your real name, and I was about to dox your real name, too. Hold on a second. I'm going to show it to you because we're at the end of the live stream anyways. So I had to do some financing paperwork, so I had to send him a copy of my license. Yeah, I don't care. But yeah, so that's me. Yep, so 1970. Wait, does that say 78? So 1979, that's when I was born. Hey, Rocky. Scott's big mad. You need a hot Scott? Wow. What is wrong with Scott? Somebody just get rid of Scott, please. This streamer's been great. Gonna have to go. Take care, everyone. Yep. So for the way out, I will do a thing. Nah, Stovenhaven, don't time him out. Just get rid of him. If somebody's going to be an asshole like that, I don't want him here. Look at my dog. Does my dog look like the kind that actually brooks stupid people? That's how it works with all the pretty girls work. There's always, they always run when the video camera comes out. Do you feed the body parts of your enemies to Rocky? Actually, no, because he's actually vegan. He only eats vegans. I'm good, not searching that shit. What, truffle butter? Truffle butter is what happens when the dude makes his business in the butt of the girl and then just keeps going, so it causes a frothy mixture, and then you eat it. Santa Claus has been passed away. All your base are belong to us. Can you assume they never saw Marlon Brando in Last Tango in Paris with the butter ass lube butt scene, but you can tube shirt shit. Oh, that you're talking to him. Sorry. Poop bubbles. You mean now recently or back 15 plus years when you went to school there? I went to school one time, one place at one time. That's gross. Sorry, dude. I don't filter as much as I maybe should. But do you see the big ass fucking sloth my friends bought me today? This is my birthday gift. It's so soft. His name is Gary. Mrs. Mouse said that's disgusting. I didn't come up with the saying. All right, peace out. Make sure you and Rocky grab good and relax for your birthday. It was good hanging out with you. Thank you very much, Redneck. We appreciate it. Yeah, apparently running a dog is more expensive than a supercar. Nice blue. Yeah, they bought that for me. It's really sensitive, but yeah.
Also, I'd really like to give that away, but we have to sell a bunch of hoodies. Pack box! But yeah, so you can take a look. Got the suppressor up there. Some 1911s. Lone High Point, because the other guns are in the store. Oh, I'm yawning my brain off, dude. Sorry. Hey guys, yeah. Joey, you have a good night too, man. What was the Holosun box? So that is the Holosun 321LS. FRTs are legal as far as I know, but maybe not in Florida. What do you think of the big shootout scene from the original Matrix movie? They wore sunglasses because they couldn't keep their eyes open, so they needed a little bit more training. Hey, Rocky. 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 Do you see that instant awake? Rocky knows the sound of a treat. You want it? Come get it. He's looking at me because he knows I'm looking at my camera. He hates when I film him, and I don't know why. Good night and happy birthday. Thanks, guys. Good night, Rocky. Really? He hates the camera that much. You have to admit it was badass. It was a great shootout thing, especially for its time. Mrs. Bruce deemed it exit only before marriage, but was never really my thing. Ah. Not to be gross, but does that mean the front hole is, like enter? Those are sick. I have two of them. Not sure if it's the same company or not, though. I have one in green and one in tan. What, you talking about the Peck box? It's a Holosun. So you have IR light, visible light off, visible H, IRH. So you have IL. I don't know what all the fucking things. IL is illumination, I believe. Alrighty, wife wants me to do things. Yeah, so that's the model on this one. This is the LS321G. It's a infrared laser for night vision. So if you run nods, you want to run something like that because then you could run it. You can see the laser itself, but nobody else can. So like it's got its stuff and things. So it was my buddy's uncle's. Hey, horse, when you spam the question over and over, do you honestly think I'm going to answer it? Are those laser guns? Did you eat your treat, buddy? This is my good boy. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. My boy's always happy except for when he's freaked out. No, I'm just saying. Well, this isn't Twitch, dude. There's 44 people in here. You don't need to spam my boy. My boy, my dude, my boy. I think the slow motion ruined the scene from the Matrix scene. Yeah, but at the time, bullet time was so innovative and new. That's why they did it. I ain't a dude. Everybody's a dude to somebody. Look, you may be a chick, but you're still a dude to me until you prove otherwise. And please don't take that the wrong way. This is not in any way an invitation. We'll tap the phone screen. Well, I believe you. Yeah. Well, even if they're a horse, they're not necessarily a dude horse. Cute dog. Yeah, he is. He's my service dog. He's a dude. She's a dude. They're all dudes. His name is McManus. It's in there, but his name is actually Rockford Fosgate Files McManus Zaxxon Stonehaven Buford III. It's probably why he doesn't like when I call his full name at the dog park. He knows he's in trouble when he hears Everybody have a good night, guys. Look at those eyes. That's the eyes of a dog that wants more treats. I remember when McManus Imposter came in to stream and McManus kicked him out. Yeah, that was funny. No, I am McManus. And then McManus with his old Mr. Member badge came in. Wait, he's not a member, is he? Yeah, that's right. He's just a mod. Won't even give me $2 a month when my own mod doesn't want to be a member. Hey, Rocky, bite him. Bite them all. Wait, is that booger in your eye? Why do you get eye boogers in that eye? Stop it. I love you, buddy. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for the well wishes. Rocky's needs to go to bed. I need to play some VR because, you know, I have priorities in my life. Tomorrow morning, there will be a gun video and a new VR video coming out as well. So check that out. I think I'm going to do a video finally on the gun that's in the store, the Firestar. So I'm going to do a gun video on the Firestar M45, which is available for sale. So, yes. What do I think about Judge Dredd gun? I think it's kind of interesting because it holds too many rounds. I said, hot shot. All right, guys, hitting this button. See ya!